Please. I
Clement Abbas,
swear by the Almighty God
swear by the Almighty God
that the evidence I shall give before this committee
that the evidence I shall give before this committee
touching the matter in issue
touching the matter in issue
shall be the truth,
shall be the truth,
the whole truth,
truth,
and nothing but the truth.
and nothing but the truth.
So help me God.
So help me God. So I should restrict.
Honorable Minister, introduce yourself and your delegation.
Thank you, Madam Chair and members of the Public Accounts Committee. My name is Dr. Clement Abbas, Deputy Minister for Education, Member of Parliament for Bulsa South, and a proud member of the Public Accounts Committee. Madam Chair, before I introduce the team from the Ministry of Education, let me present the Honorable Minister's regrets to this August committee. As you well know, he takes his responsibilities to Parliament very seriously and would have wished to be here himself. Unfortunately, he is bereaved, and as a result, he has asked me to represent him as a show of reverence to the committee. I am not in good health myself. I just returned from seeing a specialist to do with my vocal cords. But because of the value we attach to this committee, it was important that I presented myself and to extend the minister's regrets to this committee. I would invite the rest of the delegation from the ministry, beginning with the Chief Director, to introduce themselves. I'm most grateful.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. My name is Mamle Andrews, Chief Director at the Ministry of Education. Thank you.
I'm Benjamin Manye, Deputy Registrar, National Teaching Council.
Madam Chair, Dr. Lauren Sapon, Director, Higher Education, National Teaching Council. Thank you.
Madam Chairman, Jimai Mathieu Kubiamante, Head of Finance, National Teaching Council.
Madam Chairman, please, I'm Daniel Boso-Asai, Head of Internal Audit, National Teaching Council.
Madam Chair, with your indulgence, given the size of our ministry and the many agencies that we superintend over, with your pleasure, I would like to plead that we start with the National Teaching Council. I am told they have only one issue. And as you've always done, then we can perhaps look at some of the other agencies, beginning with the ministry itself. I'm grateful.
Respectfully, is Ghana Education Service here?
Very much so.
Okay.
Okay, may we call National Teaching Council, please? And your infraction is on paragraph 1493. And Honorable Duke William Allen Kwame Amwakwata Oforiata will take care of that one, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. NTC, National Teaching Council, is a member of a continental body. At the time of the audit, the auditors said, we recommend that the director should pursue recovery of an amount of 100,683 cedis from the Comstar Secretariat. I would like to know if that money has been retrieved and paid out into the right coffers.
Madam Chair, with your pleasure, I will invite the Deputy Director General of NTC to respond to the question. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Yes, as we sit here, that amount had been recovered. In fact, we have received a management letter from them within a week. Some payment advice was forwarded to us. And as we sat in, we checked our account, and that payment had reflected. Thank you.
Please, auditors, can you confirm this is good news?
Yes, Honorable Chair, we cited a transfer advice indicating that the money has been transferred, and we have been informed that the money has hit the account. So just after here, we'll verify that and then revert to the committee.
All right, thank you very much. The next group is National Teaching Council. You are discharged.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair.
The next infraction is on paragraph 1511, and it's Trobodom. That's Teshie North District, Trobodom. You are here, right?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Chairman.
Honorable Gape will take care of that, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Yeah, could you introduce yourself, please?
Please, Mr. Chairman, I'm Ahmed Nasir Ibrahim, Municipal Director of Education, Teshie-Nungua, and my accountant.
Mr. Chairman, I'm Salif Husseini, the District Accountant, Teshie-Nungua Education. Thank you. This infraction.
Those from GAS, have you introduced yourself?
I'm Ernest Kofi Davis, the Acting Director General for Ghana Education Service. Thank you. Of Ghana Education Service.
I'm Bismarck Anabakan, the Head of Internal Audit, Ghana Education Service. Thank you.
I'm Dr. Imoro Musa, Head of Finance, GES.
Thank you. This infraction is talking about wrong placement on salary scale. And then, according to Regulation 86 of Financial Management Act, one Mr.
Isaac Achampong, a teacher in a secondary school with the grade of Director 2 grade, but was receiving a salary of Director grade 1. And then during the audit, it came clear that an amount of 8,937.44 was received by said person as an overpayment. The auditors recommended that the person should refund the money and deposit as such in the Auditor General's account at Bank of Ghana. I would like to find out from the team what is the status of this.
Most grateful. I would like to invite the Director General to respond.
I will defer that to the District Director.
Mr. Chairman, Controller and Accountant General started deducting half of the money. Yesterday, we made the teacher in question to pay all the money into the auditor's account. And I would like my accountant to explain further.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Please, with the case of Mr. Champong, when the issue occurred, we have to embargo the teacher. And after the embargo, when the salary came, we instructed our IP coordinator to also make effect of the change of the grade. Yes, yeah, it had been paid. But, you know, there was a series of, so I want to explain further. So then, okay, so now controller have deducted the amount and the balance has duly been paid to the Auditor General Recovery account. And the receipt is here for auditors to confirm. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Auditors, can you confirm that?
Honorable Chair, per our last visit, with the deduction at the end, controller's end, we could confirm an amount of 3,732.85. But just as he said, just yesterday, they paid the balance. We are yet to verify that evidence. Thank you.
Thank you. But first of all, I would like to know how come this issue occurred?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Per the interrogation with the said teacher, I think he was doing responsibility allowance, and unfortunately, it came to 81. But instead of 82, it came to 81, and he didn't inform the office until the auditors came for payroll audit, and they found out that instead of 82, they put him to 81. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
So who was validating? Who was validating the payroll? Is he the one who was validating the payroll?
No, please.
So where would this case be his issue if the validator didn't discharge his responsibility?
Please, Mr. Chairman, Abrafi Senior High was in Sheba. They don't have management unit. It's only the office that is validating them. So every month, they will send a nominal rule for the office for us to validate. And the office, whenever they send, we know that the accountant over there who have done the due diligence for us to validate. So whenever it comes, we have to do the validation, knowing that they have also done their checks very well. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
What you are saying is not telling, but I would like to find out from what system or control measures have we put in place for non-occurrence of this issue in the future.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. We have made, we have put in place some measures that every month we will get the payroll and make sure that each teacher and grade is there, so that when we are validating, we will cross-check and see it very well that said particular teacher is duly deserved the amount that has been sent by a controller for us to validate. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
you are the spending officer at the districts, right? So that responsibility lies with you. You kept saying we, but it's you. When you look at the public financial management regulations at regulations section 87.2, it says the principal spending officer of a covered entity shall ensure that appointments, promotions, salary increases, performance bonuses, and other costs of compensation of employees are within the amounts of the line items in the budget. So is this your responsibility? The auditors, next time, when somebody checks his or her responsibility, I think that person should also be held liable because you failed. You failed to verify these things, and per the regulations, you are the spending officer at the district. So don't say we, say I will make sure I go according to the laws. Respectfully.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Madam Chair, we have taken due notice, and we would hold him duly accountable. I can see Director General is taking notes as well. We are grateful.
So I would like to find out from you the payment the gentleman made. Is it with interest?
No, please, Mr. Chairman. No, please, Mr. Chairman.
So the recommendation from the Auditor General, you haven't complied with it. So when are you doing the needful?
Yes, it's with me. Thank you, Mr. Chair. We will make sure that the interest is duly paid. Thank you.
You are going to pay the interest. Simple. Let's move on. Auditors, take note. And clerk, take note. He's going to pay the interest. The next one that you are discharged. The next one is Kintampo, paragraph. You are paying within 30 days the interest.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Kintampo. Please introduce yourself to the committee, please.
Madam Chair, my name is Francis Kwekutano, the municipal accountant.
Madam Chair, my name is Solomon Anani, Deputy Director in charge of Planning and Statistics. Solomon Anani, Deputy Director in charge of Planning and Statistics.
Is the district director here?
No, please, he's indisposed, so he asked the deputy to represent him.
So where's the deputy? Okay. Deputy, there is on end salary of 11,999. Have you collected this amount?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. For this issue, accountant is best known to it, so I want him to explain to that.
Mr. Chairman, there is a reconciliation to be done on the figure quoted. The woman has unfortunately passed on, and she was mistakenly validated by the head teacher for 2 months. But per the auditor's schedule, they added December, which was not paid to her.
She was mistakenly validated for 2 months.
Yes, please.
When she passed away, weren't you guys informed about it?
Mr. Chairman, in the school setting, is the headmaster who is in charge of the validations.
The headmaster didn't go to her funeral and still validated her?
Yes, please. The office's attention was only drawn to the issue when the auditors came.
Where's the headmaster?
We didn't come along with him.
He didn't come along with you. So how much? You said you did some reconciliation.
Yes, please. The rightful figure should be 7,998.18 pesos. When we take away the December gross.
Auditors, could you confirm that number, please?
Honorable Chair, per our last visit, they indicated to us that they have written to the bankers to transfer the amount into the AG's account. But as to whether there has been a reconciliation or not, there hasn't been anything of that sort with us.
The headmaster is going to pay. We'll give him 30 days. Thank you very much.
Yes, Mr. Chair. But please, fortunately, some of the amount was in her bank account, so that part has been transferred to the Auditor General's recovery.
So how much is left?
It's now left with, per the reconciled figure, it's now left with 3,516 cedis, 12 pesos.
That's better. Have you informed the auditors about it?
I am yet to furnish them with a copy of the, the receipt.
So if it's 3,900 and what?
3,516, 12 pesos.
So the headmaster is going to pay within 30 days. All right.
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Chairman, please let me add that the director has communicated with the family and they have agreed to pay the top-up. So in the effect that they don't, then we'll take it from the headmaster.
Sir, what we want is the government needs its money. Whether it's a headmaster or what, the headmaster will be held responsible if the family doesn't pay.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Within 30 days.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
And with interest, so that next time he wouldn't forget to validate somebody who has passed on.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
And you attended the funeral.
We are grateful, Madam Chair.
The next group is Mansu-Edia. Okay, we are my friend language. And Honorable Seaman will take care of that, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Introduce yourselves, please.
I'm Apia Anthony, District Accountant.
Stephen Edudaku, the District Director of Education.
Thank you. So the issue on paragraph 1519 is in relation to unearned salaries. We have unearned salaries to the tune of 190,894 Ghana cedis. It's made up of 12 staff who did not earn their salary. If you look at the schedule or the table that goes with it, it's been ongoing for a very long time, as far back as August 2023. Why have you allowed this to linger on for that long? What happened?
Thank you. This issue came to my attention after the audit that was done last year. And I've made steps.
Sir, by the way, did you introduce yourself?
I did.
All right.
I'm Stephen Edudaku, the District Director. So after the report was presented by the auditors, I called the head teachers involved in the validation, because most of them vacated posts. So I told them they needed to recover the amount. So some of them had contacts with those who had left. And some of them too decided to pay the amount on their own. So we were able to recover around 15,000 initially, which was paid. So now the outstanding amount is 175,000 according to the reports. And I've made follow-up. I've called the head teachers who did those validations and asked them to make sure they refund the amounts. In fact, I've given them formal notification to refund the amount. And when I received information to be here today, yesterday I called, most of them came, and some of them had some amount they said they were going to pay. But I told them, today I'm coming here, so when they pay, they should forward the receipts to the auditors. It's just now that one of them sent a receipt that he has just, the retiree, he has paid some amount in Kumasi. So, Mr. Chairman, we are making efforts to recover this amount. I'm holding the validators responsible. Thank you.
Thank you, but that's not good enough because it's gone on for so long, isn't it? It's not like 1 month or 2 months. It's gone on, some of it is almost a year. And so if you're recovering the money now, I'm thinking that the state would have lost value, isn't it? And so yes, you're taking steps to recover the money, but I think you should have done this way back. Don't you agree? I think you should have done that this a long time ago. And you're doing this because you knew you were coming here, because you should have done this long time ago.
Thank you. I started when the issue came up after the auditing. It was after the auditing that I got to know all this. Yes, so that's why I took steps after the auditing to recover. As and when such things come to my attention, I will address it.
Sir, if you look at the report in front of us, these things happened in 2023. 2023. You had all year 2024 to handle that. And now we are in August. Somebody was validated for a whole year. It started from 2022 up to 2023. I mean, look, here's somebody here, 2023 August to August of 2024. He received 47,000 without work. 175,000. And you said when he came to your notice, goodness, what happened in 2024? It didn't come to your notice?
Mr. Chairman, we've asked head teachers who do validation to forward printouts every month of those that they validated to the office. But unfortunately, our area, our terrain, makes it difficult for them to print the validation because they use their mobile phones. Sometimes they have to leave their mobile phone with their friends elsewhere to be able to do the validation when the time comes. So they are not able to do the printouts. That is a major challenge. So after the auditing, the auditors made us aware that they can.
Sir, is that a reason or an excuse?
It's not an excuse. It's not an excuse.
Sir, the first person over here, Apia Abigail Fusua, may she rest in peace. She passed away, and the period from September 2023 to January 2024. When she passed away, I'm sure all of you went to the funeral. You probably made a donation, but then you paid her 14,000 after she's passed away. Okay. District Director, you are going to be responsible for this.
Yes, sir.
You say you are getting it from the principals, not so?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You need to resolve this issue within 30 days.
Thank you,
yes.
sir.
Aban needs the money, and we can't let it go to waste.
Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yes, thank you.
What's, Director? I'm still with you. What steps have you put in place? You're saying that they have to use their phones, your head teachers have to use their phones to do validation. What will you do to ensure that it doesn't happen and that they can do their validation on time? Because per Section 92 of the Public Management Regulation 2019, it's a violation. If they don't come to work after some time, you're not supposed to validate them. What are you putting in place to ensure that this does not continue happening? Because it seems to run across.
Now there is a mechanism in place that we have to.
Why not before?
That we have to set the nominal roll every month before the validation. So this time around, we are able to detect those who are there and those who are not there. That is one. We've also told them, the auditors advised that they could save the validation on the phone and then print it later. I have also asked them to forward the soft copy when they do the validation to the office so that we can monitor all these things. Thank you.
Okay, let me explain my ruling. The principals are going to pay, and you are going to make sure that they pay.
Thank you.
Yes, so you go after them within 30 days.
Thank you.
Because this is too long.
Thank you.
All right, you are discharged. The next group to call is Jirapa.
Madam Chair, for the sake of the records, headmasters. Headmasters.
Headmasters?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sorry I gave them an upgrade. And Madam Chair will take care of that.
Can you please introduce yourself, sir?
Thank you, Chairperson. I'm Hudu Abdul Kadi Konate, Municipal Director Education, Jirapa Municipal. Thank you.
Thank you very much. But my question will first go to the Acting Director General of GES. Say, Doctor, Professor, sorry, forgive me, Professor, it looks like there are lots of systemic failures in the way, one, you manage payroll, the process of validation, confirmation, and the way people are placed on the various skills of the payroll. Here is a situation where a headmaster can just allocate responsibility allowances to people who haven't taken on any additional responsibilities per the law. That you only give additional responsibility allowance to people who take on additional roles in addition to what they already have. How does it happen that a headmaster can sit in his or her office and just assign monies to people in the name of additional responsibility allowance to the tune of 108,937? So what is the process for one to be eligible for responsibility allowance, and who acts as the checks, or who places the checks and balances to make sure these things are not abused?
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. I will ask my Chief Internal Auditor to start the answer, and I'll come in if I have to. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. In the case of responsibility allowance, the heads are supposed to appoint heads of departments and other responsible officers like guidance and counseling. When they are appointed, letters are sent to the regional director, and then they prepare inputs to be submitted to Controller and Accountant General through the head office for them to be put on their payroll. Normally, what happens is when someone is removed as head of a department, it takes some time for them to get the responsibility allowance off the payroll. And that is what leads to the unearned responsibility allowance. In a similar manner, when someone is also promoted and the person is no more occupying the position, the head of institution is expected to remove the responsibility allowance from the person's pay slip. And that also takes some time for them to do that. So, Honorable Chair, this is the control in place, but sometimes because of the delay in removing the responsibility allowance, that leads to the unearned responsibility allowance. Thank you.
So, Honorable Chair, Chair, we have interrogated the systems and seen the weaknesses there are. So we are working to ensure that the weaknesses are dealt with. We are working closely with Controller and Accountant General Department. We have had some meetings, and we are meeting next week to continue to look at how to do our checks and balances to ensure that these problems do not recur in future. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Acting DG. But the issue is this. It is not Controller and Accountant General, because they only take on the information you pass on to them. It is at the districts. This particular infraction involves both teaching and non-teaching staff. So, Mr. Internal Auditor, your explanation doesn't hold. That non-teaching staff don't occupy heads of departments role, do they? But this particular infraction has 18 teaching and non-teaching staff that the Drapa Municipal Education Directorate paid responsibility allowance. Are non-teaching staff also, do they occupy that position?
Honorable Chair, I'm not explaining away the infraction. In the case of non-teaching staff, I'm in no way in a position to explain. But in the case of the teaching staff who are appointed as HODs and guidance and counseling, normally when they are relieved of their positions, it takes that the delay leads to the unearned responsibility allowance. But the non-teaching staff, I have no idea how that happened. Thank you.
Okay, so moving forward, can you share with us how you have addressed this recommendation by the Auditor General?
Madam Chair, I would invite the District Director of Education to respond. Please go ahead.
Thank you, Madam Chair. With the responsibility allowances given not paid as at now, there is we've actually made an attempt to do it, and it's ongoing. Really, many of those you've seen in the list as safety supervisors and other tracking officers, they were head teachers actually taking the responsibility allowances, now promoted and sent to the office as CISOs, and is supposed to cease. These people struggle a lot in the bush. Others struggle, from time to time, on daily basis, need to travel for almost 20 kilometers to cover school. Sometimes with their own, sacrificing their
hold on, respectfully, we work with the law, you understand? So I can give you examples of people in my constituency who also have to trek, long distances to discharge their mandate. What I'm saying is that the law says that before anybody is given any responsibility allowance, one, the person should have been given additional roles. And here is a situation where the auditors are telling us that these people were not given additional roles, including non-teaching staff. Do you also want to justify the non-teaching staff as well? So respectfully, tell us how you are going to retrieve the money. Don't justify the wrong. Tell us how you are retrieving the money, and let us move on.
Thank you, Chairperson. We've almost all the CISOs involved have started paying the monies to Auditor General accounts, recovery accounts. Some have been able to do it through RetroNet offset, and they've completed. Others are still going about paying it on monthly basis. I have all the records with me here that you can substitute to that dealings. Thank you.
Auditor General, please, can you confirm?
Honorable Chair, the records they have started paying, but our last visit, we could only confirm an amount of 2,550 that has been paid so far.
Municipal Chief Director, if you tell us out of 108,937 cedis, 31 pesos, from July 2023 to June 2024, only 2,100 has been paid and validated by the Auditor General. Respectfully, show proof that you have done more than that, because you claim you have done more than that.
Chairperson, I'm sorry. Probably the records have not been updated. What I have here is over 12,000, not 2,000, Auditor, I beg. And we are striving on to pay it.
So I'm finished the auditors with the relevant documents to prove what you are saying. But beyond that, how do we get the rest of the money? Because even it's 12,000 out of 108,000.
Madam Chairperson, as I earlier indicated, until you rattle stop me, a lot of them struggle and we are helping. We are doing it with a sort of a mercy. They are doing sacrificing their allowances to this monetary. Sometimes our MP is here. He helps. He comes out actually to help. But by then, we are doing well.
Who is your MP?
As I go back, I'll send standing orders.
Who is your MP? Municipal Chief Director, who is your MP here?
Honorable Cletus Lapla.
But respectfully, you commit this huge error, and then you don't find anything wrong with it saying that my MP is here, it's my MP who is supposed to pay. He says your MP is going to help you to pay.
I said from time to time, he comes in to help.
He should come in to help you pay this.
Honorable Chair.
Oh, please.
Honorable Chair.
Please, what this committee does is examine the report and make sure we all take steps to retrieve. So it is not okay to, just wish it away that my MP is here and he's going to help. Respectfully, let us be serious about it. An infraction has been committed. The Municipal Chief Director committed this infraction. So for nothing at all, I think the burden should be on the Municipal Chief Director to retrieve the monies within 13 days and forward same to the Auditor General's recovery account. I think this should end the situation here. So, Municipal Chief Director, you have to do the needful.
Honorable Chair, we agree with your position. That is the position of the law. There shouldn't be any excuses, regardless of the circumstances. Once the auditors have confirmed that unearned allowances were paid and that they ought to pay back the money to government chest, that is what ought to be done. And we will ensure that that happens. We are grateful.
When will these be paid?
Honorable Chair, I would plead that you grant.
You gave 30 days. Sir.
You grant us
30 days.
60 days. I will plead that you grant us 60 days.
We'll take that.
Thank you.
And don't go and worry your MP to pay this money. His salary is too small. Every day, MP. Why?
The next infraction is on paragraph 1578. That's Lambusier. And Honorable Cletus will take care of that.
Lamuse. What is the...
Honorable Chair, is Jirapa discharged? Very well.
Sorry.
Hold on.
I think I'm not done. There's 15 seconds.
Jirapa, there's another one.
Another one.
1574.
Same thing. Same story. On earned salaries and overpayment of salaries. The MP should take care of that as well.
Yes, Honorable Day.
Honorable Chair, I wanted to draw your attention to the fact that we had 1522, 1574, and 1655. But
we are not going through that order.
Okay, all right.
People are from very far places.
Well noted. I'm guided. Thanks.
At 1574, Honorable Day, I mean, it's also about overpayment of salaries.
No, it's Japan. Who did you give it to? Municipal Chief Director, it's the same issue, like I mentioned, on earned salaries of 105,000 Ghana cedis and overpayment of salaries to the tune of 29,458. How have you recovered these amounts for government?
Thank you so much, Chairperson. All the defaulting families actually came out to pay from time to time to the bank. And from our records, Mr. Bajelko, Benedict have actually duly paid, just left with something very small to finish up with it. The third person in the line is Alassane Seydou, who was mistakenly captured as such. But I came along with all his attendance records just to prove that he actually was not out of school, he did not vacate, and it was later on rectified, I think, by the auditors.
Alassane Seydou has the definition of resignation and not a vacation of post. These two things are different. Yeah. So why would the auditors say that he's resigned, and then you are saying that you are saying something different?
Thank you so much. My Chairperson, actually he was a people's teacher, later on deflected to one of the departments. But as at the time he had his letter, he was still attending school. And the records are actually here.
Okay, so for those who vacated posts, how have you retrieved the monies from them?
That's what I earlier on said. Good number,
No, you talked about those who were dead. So I'm asking about those who have...
Those who vacated posts, excuse me to say, Chairperson, were about 40 teachers from down south here. During the long vac, they really vacated the posts. I understand 3 of them are in Ukraine, and then one in one other country. And this period actually followed the COVID. Yes. Hello, this way. Okay, thank you. This period, precedes the COVID period. At the time, none of us knew they were not, in our community. And that's why we validated them. But unfortunately...
Municipal Chief Director, did you take time to read the reports? It says 1st May 2023. You see, when you do these things, people will ask, do they come prepared or they just come to sit and say anything? The reports The date of separation, the auditors are telling us, is 1st May 2023. 1st May 2023. I mean, there was no COVID.
Chairperson, I said long vacation, sorry.
You mentioned COVID here.
Yes, I did.
Yes.
I did mistakenly, sorry, and I apologize for that.
Sir, you are under oath. You are under oath to speak the truth and nothing but the truth. So take your time and say it as it is. But you are under oath.
Yes. Thank you. I said it happened during the long vacation when they were no longer in the community. And that was actually why they were vacated. Immediately after we realized it, we stopped the whole thing and started tracing. Later on to realize that they were all out of the country. We reported to the police, and still, from time to time, we try to communicate with them as to how best they will come back and refund these 2 months' salaries back to us. Recently, my PRO had a contact with the family at Birkum and some other places, even to the extent of threatening court action, which they welcome, the parents. But by then, we are still in touch with them, at least when they settle or whatever it is, they remit back so that we offset this particular debt created and then left. So we are still following them, Madam Chairperson.
Again, there was overpayment of salaries. Acting Director General of GES, a lot goes on in Jirapa, and I think you should have a special audit of what goes on in Jirapa. Because one entity alone has a lot of infractions that relates to almost the same thing, salaries. And you need to look at it.
Noted.
Yes, overpayment of salaries. Can you give us an update?
Thank you. This involves one Mabel and Yaban. Yaban's pay slips are here. He's certainly through retail offsets. And I want to believe within a very short time, we will recover the overpaid salaries. That of Mabel have been processed.
When you say within a very short time, what do you mean?
We've set a number of months that they will have to pay it back. Only that I didn't take notice as of now as to exactly when it will finish. But the payment is going on, and the pay slips are actually here.
You will need to tell us when it's going to end. And the auditors, moving forward, I think we should have some guidelines on these things. That once they start paying, they should pay within a certain minimum of months. Because these are monies that were supposed to have been paid back into government coffers during your audit or latest during the exit conference. So that if they go beyond that, let's have some stipulated time that they are supposed to pay these monies to government coffers. And then we can make progress here.